Oh, nah. You ain't touching me, like you ain't cutting me. I am pushing my baby through and through. Like, what are you saying cesarean operation for? Like, 1 second I was there watching Love Island on my couch. 2 minutes after that, you're telling me cesarean operation. How? Hi guys, how you doing today? Welcome back to another video. Thank you guys for coming back. I really appreciate it. As you can already tell by the title, today I'm going to do my delivery story. So I'm going to talk about my delivery story. As of today, filming today, I am currently 8 weeks and 4 days postpartum. I cannot believe that my baby is already 8 weeks. Like, where is time going? How is time flying by? I cannot even tell. So as I already said, seen by the title, this is going to be my delivery story. I had an emergency C-section. So we found out that we were pregnant back in June. Yes, we found out we were pregnant June 10th. I can remember the precise date. So I was super excited. We went in, we registered everything. It was so exciting. It was such a fun and happy time. We were just like, oh my god, we're about to be parents. And then I then went for my first scan, and then it was like, oh, you're expecting baby on the 14th of February 2020. Oh my god, I was like, yes, I'm about to have a Valentine's Day baby. I was so excited to have a baby, my baby born on Valentine's Day. Like, I don't know what it was. Whenever I tell people my baby's like did it was Valentine's Day, they were like, oh my god, that's so cute. Oh my god, it was just really exciting to have a set date to be on the 14th of February. So in that first scan that I did, they found that there was fibroid and there was ovarian cyst. So she didn't really say, okay, this is it, because immediately she put the scanning thing on my belly and she was scanning through. We had seen the baby at that time and I was like, oh my god, but she kept on going through, and immediately I saw something. I knew that there's probably something, and she's like, oh yeah, I see that thing there, fibroid, and she's like, oh, your left ovaries is slightly bigger than what it should be. So it's bigger than the right and it's bigger than what it should be, and all of those things. She took the pictures and obviously they sent it off to the people who are going to read the scan, and it was like, okay, you have ovarian cyst and all of those things. And I'm a Christian, right? I'm a child of God. I believe in God. So when they were saying all those things, my husband and I were like, you know, you guys are saying all of these things, you're not going to put fear in us, you're not going to make me start thinking the worst and all of those things. Like, we're just going to carry through, holding on to God, but at the same time doing whatever it is that we have to do to just make sure that baby is healthy and I am healthy. So obviously with that, I had to be put under a consultant. So I wasn't just seeing my midwives or just going for my normal scans. I had to say consultant. So meaning I had about probably 2 extra scans than I should have, just to check the growth of the fibroid and the ovarian cyst, and everything was, you know, was okay. This I went for a scan. I can't remember the exact week I went for the scan, and it was like, oh, the ovarian cyst did not grow. No, the ovarian cyst was still the same. I think it was 5 mm. I don't want to say 5 mm and then it's bigger than what it's meant to be. I can't remember. I think it's mm. But the ovarian cyst was actually 6 mm or something. But it actually shrunk to, sorry, the fibroid actually 6 mm, but it actually shrunk to 5. Is it mm? I don't want to say centimeters. Mm. I don't even know whether it's centimeters or meters. I would actually put it on the screen when I know what the exact measurement is, but it actually shrunk. I was like, you know what, that's just what it's going to be. It's going to be for testimonies and testimonies, because every morning I wake up, rub my belly with anointing oil and just be like, that is what they say. Whose report do I believe? I believe the report of the Lord, and that is just it. And we continue to go with the pregnancy, we continue to carry through with the pregnancy. So fast forward all the way now to January of this year, 2020. I had taken my maternity leave already, and you know, just at home, you know, preparing to go for my last few scans that I have until the 14th of February and all of that. So when I went for the last scan, that was not meant to be my last scan, but that was the last scan because baby came early. When I got there, I saw the consultant and she's like, okay, prior to this, right, prior to this last scan, my second to last scan, my husband and I went in, we saw the consultant. She's like, oh, I'm gonna have to have a cesarean operation on you, you know, so that we can take out the baby, at the same time take out the cyst, you know. It's something I've done before, not to worry, I've done about something, remember, blah, blah, blah. And remember, I'm like, God forbid, I'm not like, God forbid, like, okay, having a C-section is from the devil, but I just wanted to be able to still have my baby vaginally, like, you know, push out my baby, because it felt like they were not even giving me the option to even say this is what I want. It was like, you're having a C-section and that is it, because I've done it before. I kind of started to feel like a number. That's how I felt, like the way she was like, oh, I've done it before, I've done about like 30 something women before, so don't worry. You know, I know she was trying to make me feel, you know, relaxed, but I started feeling like a statistics, like a number, like I was going to be one of those numbers she's going to add to tell another person that she's doing it on so person. It just kind of, I don't know, I just didn't feel comfortable. So I was like, my man, like, what you're saying, it's not my reports. Me, I believe the report of the Lord, and the report of the Lord says I'm going to give it like the Hebrew women meant, you know, typical African mentality, because we have this thing back home in Africa. I don't know if it's here, but I'm African, so I'm going to talk about where I'm from. It's almost like if you have a cesarean operation, it's almost like you didn't even give birth. It's like, oh, you had it the easy way. That's how people see it. Even Nigerians or Africans that I met here, when you talk about cesarean operation, it's almost like, you didn't go through anything. It's like, really, we're in the 21st century. So then I was booked in for another scan. I then went in for that scan, and she's like, okay, everything seems to be fine, but, and I'm like, wait, this woman really, like, do you always have to find something to make it seem like, okay, this, you get, like, so far my pregnancy has been beautiful, has been smooth, has been, you know, but every time I come here, you always want to make it seem as if there's something extra that you need to do to make you feel like you're a medical doctor or a surgeon or whatever it is. And she's like, okay, I've looked at the flow. The only way I can explain this in layman terms is the flow of blood from the placenta to the baby, and it's not as high as we want it to be. It's not great, like, so you will come in for a scan on the 7th of February, bearing in mind baby's due date was on the 14th of February. So you will come in on the 7th of February to have a scan, and then we can see what the levels are. If it doesn't still increase, we would have to induce you. I was like, induce me? No, I'm not about to be induced. Like, sorry, this is creaky. Sorry, induce me? That thing is painful. No, I was induced by birth. And my mom was like, that, like, it was short, 3 hours, but it was hella painful. And I was like, no, there is no way you guys are going to induce me. Like, no. Went back home, continue praying, like, God, just take control. Basically, Holy Spirit, take control. I think every time I go to see my midwife, once she checks the heartbeat of the baby, once you hear your baby's heartbeat, she would always say to you, if we leave here now and the next 1 to 2 hours you don't feel your baby's usual movement. Obviously, at that point I was 37 weeks pregnant, so I gave birth to my baby 37 weeks and 5 days, so I was just 2 days shy of being 38 weeks. So I was still practically in that window, saying 2 weeks before the due date. You know how they say the baby can come 2 weeks before the due date, on the due date, or 2 weeks after the due date. So I was still in that you know, bracket, basically. So my baby was to term. It wasn't like my baby was premature, my baby was to term. But she would always say, I digress. My midwife would always say, obviously during the course of your pregnancy, you tend to know the pattern of your baby's movements. So my baby tends to move more in the mornings and in the evenings. Like when I'm having a chill day after work, I'm chilling with my husband on the couch, we're watching TV, he tends to give me like a good kick. And sometimes at night, and then in the morning he's like, good morning mommy. He does that, so I kind of know the pattern of my baby's movement. And in the afternoon it would kick once in a while, but those were the strongest times that I would feel my baby kick. My midwife would always say, if you don't feel your baby move like you used to, call the number she's written down on my whiteboard. Call that number, the fetal low fetal movement number. There's a number that you need to call, basically say this is what is happening, and then obviously they will tell you what to do or whatever the case may be. But on this fateful day, the 28th of January 2020, that day I woke up, I was going to make my hair. Thank God I made my hair. Well, thank God, not thank God I did the hair, but thank God I made the hair that day. Let me just say thank God. On the 28th of January, I woke up that day, and the day was going by. My husband went to work. He works outside of the city, in a different city. So I was, packed my things to go to start going to the salon and everything, and I just started to feel like, wait, I felt my baby move, like pregnancy brain, like, can I even remember baby has moved? Has he moved? Has he not moved? But I just feel like, I don't know, it feels like this boy hasn't moved like he would move. So I found myself praying, like, when you think about it, your heart just skips a beat, like, oh my God, I hope he's fine. Then you think about the fact that they have said, okay, the placenta is not really giving as much oxygen or blood flow to the baby. I'm like, hope everything is fine, because I meant to go for a scan on the 7th, and this is the 28th, but we're not even close to that date yet. Like, we're like almost 2 weeks, almost 2 weeks to that date. I hope everything's okay with the baby. So I was like, okay, everything will be fine. I kept on praying throughout the day. Went to the salon. So while I was at the salon, I was washing my hair. My husband was calling, because now he walks away from town. So every time he calls, he wants me to always pick up my phone, because once I don't pick up, he feels like, oh my God, something has happened. She's probably in labor, blah blah blah. He always wanted me to be with my phone all the time, so he knows what is wrong with me, basically. So I was actually washing my hair. He had called me. I didn't pick up. He had called my friends who had called me, and I didn't pick up. But a friend of mine knew that I was going to make my hair, and she knew the salon that I was going to. So she went online, found the number to the salon, and then called them. And then I had to speak. So I was like, oh, what's happening? Why are you calling the salon? Like, what's happening? Because I remember the lady at the salon was like, and funny that I used to work at that salon before, so I knew them. So when the lady at the salon was like, hello, she was like, yes, she's pregnant. Yes. And it's like, everything she's seen is kind of fitting my description. I'm like, who is calling to find me in a salon? Like, seriously. So she gives me the phone, and I speak to her. Like, I'm fine. She's like, oh, pick up your phone. Your one is calling you. I went and speak to my phone. I was like, babe, I'm sorry. I didn't know the phone was ringing. Already, he was so panicked that he already left work. But he didn't even tell me that I had left work. He already left work because he was so panicked that she hasn't picked up the phone. So he told his employees that, look, my wife is about to give birth. She hasn't picked up the call. I don't know what's wrong with her. So they let me leave work early that day. And I was in the salon chilled. I didn't even know what was going on. It was not much as I dreamed that I'm already on my way back to town. So I was like, okay, you're on your way back to town. That's fine. Just come meet me up at the salon, and then we can go home together. So I continued making my hair. But I just remember that I was touching my belly a lot, just to kind of trigger some sort of movement, and I wasn't feeling him move. Like, it was just weird. It was just pretty weird. And my placenta was, I think if I remember, posterior high. If I remember, that is posterior anterior high. I'll put it up on the screen. So it's in front and it's high. The different positions whereby your placenta can actually be. And with that, and with the way my placenta was, kind of was shielded the baby. So the baby was like at the back of the placenta. So when baby kicks, I feel the kicks, but what I've read, those kind of positioning of the placenta, you may not feel the kicks as intense as you should feel them. So then we finished making my hair, went to meet my husband in town. That day we went to pick up a prescription of mine. We went shopping. Yes, I even bought this earring. I remember that day I bought this earring. We went shopping. My husband got like a pair of shoes and everything. Like, let's just go. We were like, you know what, let's go to Nando's, because we love to go to Nando's. Let's go to Nando's and have dinner. Like, I was like, yeah, I would love that. I don't want to go home and cook. But they were like, you know what, let's just go home, let's just go home, let's save money, let's go home. So like, okay, fine, let's go home. So we went home, we go home, and I was just like, at this point I had not told my husband yet that I haven't really felt baby move, because if I told him, he'll be pestering me, he'll be calling me every 2 seconds, call them, and I like to do things at my own pace when I want to do them, not when you tell me to do them. So I just didn't want that pestering. I just wanted to be left alone at that point. By the time I got home, it was around probably 7, 8. I was like, babe, you know, this is what's happening. I was like, you know what, call them. I was like, okay, that's fine, but I'm hungry. So I went and made food, and I just got into Love Island. I never used to watch Love Island. Like last season, when my friends were watching, they were like, what are you guys watching? Why are you guys wasting your life watching Love Island? But this season, I don't know, for some reason, even so, it was like, it says it was not, but this season, for some reason, I just started watching it, and I was glued to Love Island. So we were watching Love Island, we're chatting with our friends on WhatsApp about, you know, what was happening on Love Island. We were giving our opinion about what was going on Love Island. That was when Leanne was acting all funny. It's like, Mike makes me cringe, I don't like Mike, And so I was like cussing Leanne. I was like, girl, you about to go home. This stunt you want to pull, you want to dump Mike now, you about to go home. So we were watching that, having a conversation with our friends. So it was like, yeah, we're watching Love Island. This was about probably like, so I was like, you know what, let me take ice cream. So I took ice cream, and I felt him give me a big kick. I was like, oh, that's good, thank you, baby. But after that big kick, that was it. It went back to just being. So I was like, you know what, let me call them. At this point, it was about maybe 5 minutes to 10. So I called them and I explained to them this is what's happening. They asked me how far am I in the pregnancy. I told them I'm 37 weeks and 4 days at that point. That was the 28th of January. They were like, okay, come in, but come in at about 10:30. So like, that's fine. So by the time we called an Uber, before the Uber would drive there, it was already practically 10:30. So we got into the hospital, and when we left the house, it was like, okay, come in. They didn't say when you're coming, come with your hospital bag. They said, come in. So we came. We just took. I just wore my jacket. I remember, because I didn't even take off my clothes when I got in. So I just wore my shoe bag, wore my jacket, carried my phone, and that was it. I don't even think I carried my handbag. That was it. My husband wore his jacket, wore his shoes, and we were out. Like, just going, we were just out. And by the time we got to the hospital, we saw a lady and her partner were in the hospital. But we're like, oh, she's about to have a baby. Oh, they put us in a room. We were still like, oh my god, we're actually in a proper labor suite. We saw the bed where they put the baby. We were seeing, we're still chatting. Oh my god, this is that. You know, we're just having like a good time. Like oh my god. And then the midwife came in. Oh my god, this midwife was so good. Like, shout out to this midwife. She was so she was just on point, basically. So she came, strapped me on the, is it ECG scan, GCE scan, I don't know what's machine, whatever, but basically strapped me to that machine where it would be able to read the baby's heartbeat and also pick up contractions. So it started to read, and every time she came, she would check it, she would do this, she would do that, and she was asking me like, are you in pain? I was like, no, I'm fine. And they give you this thing that you press, that every time you feel your baby move, click on the thingy. So she was like, are you? I was like, no, I'm fine. She's like, are you sure? I'm like, fine. But she's not checking the contraction thing yet. She's like, it seems like you're contracting, like you're probably having some sort of contraction. I'm like, nah, I'm fine, I'm good, like, I'm good, honestly, I'm good. And she was like, are you sure? I was like, yeah, I'm fine. So then at this point, I think I probably may start mixing up things, because a lot just happened a lot. So at this point, they're like, another doctor then came in, somebody else then came in, and she was explaining to me, you know, what, you know why I'm here longer and what they are doing. Basically, the baby's heartbeat is not as sharp as they want it to be. So practically, they have gone through my records, and they're seeing, you know, fibroid, ovarian cyst, and probably the notes the doctor puts, the consultant put about the flow of blood from my placenta to the baby and everything. So they're kind of monitoring the baby, making sure the baby is fine. So they're like, you know what, let them give me a drip. It's just that, because that probably, I'm probably dehydrated, that will really boost things up. So put me on a drip, and yeah, they came back, like, oh yeah, everything seems to be getting better. They like what they're seeing now, but they're going to still leave me in just to observe me. So at this point I was like, okay, that's fine, I want to go pee. So I went to pee, and then obviously my husband had to follow me to go pee. We went to the toilet, and then right across the room I was hearing someone, she was shouting, she was in labor, somebody help me. So I was like, whoa, okay, this is about to be real. Somebody help me, somebody help me. And obviously people in the room, but she's like, somebody help me, somebody help me. Oh my God. That is when I started to feel like, dang, you're probably gonna have to go through this process of screaming. And like, I was like, do I really want to do this? Whew. So at this point, finished peeing, went back to the room. The doctor then came back in again, and she's now like, we're going to operate you today. I was like, excuse who? You talking to me? Is there another pregnant woman here? You talking to me? At this point, it was like past 11, probably to 12. It probably was like already the 29th at this point, I should think, because I was in there for a while, because they kept on going in, coming in, going in, coming in. And then my midwife had to go home because her shift was over, and then another midwife came. That one was so nice. She was really caring, she was touching me, you know, just comforting me. And the other woman came. I was like, oh, we're gonna have to do cesarean operation. I was like, oh, nah, you ain't touching me, like you ain't cutting me. I am pushing my baby through and through. Like, what are you saying cesarean operation for? Like, 1 second I was there watching Love Island on my couch. 2 minutes after that, you're telling me cesarean operation. How? Like, we're still in January, we're not even in February yet. Like, my baby's going to come on the 14th of February. Like, what are you talking about? What are you telling me about cesarean operation? Like, no, this cannot be happening. This will not happen. And they're like, as I was even trying to say no, they came. They're like, okay, you know what, they need to give me steroids, because the baby is 37 weeks, is, you know, obviously to term, but not there yet, like not 38 weeks or 39 weeks or 40 weeks. So they're going to give me steroids just to make sure his lungs, you know, will be fine by the time he's born. Before I know it, steroids in. I was like, wait, you give me the steroids now, what if everything is fine and I need to go home? Will this affect me or baby? Like, no, it won't do anything, but we need to give you steroids. The steroids were given to me. The next thing I knew, my consultant then came in, the lady who saw me previously. She's like, oh, you're already here, I heard you were here, blah 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 blah, and don't worry, you'll be fine. The surgeons who are here are fine. You know, you're in good hands, blah, 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 and then she left. And then another surgeon came in. Like, when different surgeons are coming in, just know that, but I say something will happen, because why is not one person coming, 2 or 3 people? The room started becoming really full. I felt like, I was like, what is this? And then another lady came. I will call her the doctor of bad news, bearer of bad news. Unfortunately for her, that's the name I'll give her. She then came and she's like, okay, so as my colleagues have told you, we're going to have a cesarean operation. I was like, I've not even said yes. Like, you guys already like putting me on some, we're going to operate you basics. I'm sure you guys are already prepping your theater room for. I have not said yes. I haven't signed on the dotted lines yet. So hold your peace, calm down, like seriously. And it starts to say all these medical terms and medical names. And I don't, like, you know, at this point I'm already panicking. Like, I don't get it. Like, I just made my head this, like, in the morning I was still watching Love Island. Like, how am I in this hospital now? I just called to say I didn't feel like I could have as well just not even call, and now I'm here and you're telling me cesarean operation. Like, how? I don't know what you're saying. So at this point we're like, okay, things seem to be real. We didn't tell our parents. So we then called my parents, called my husband's parents, and we told them. And obviously my mom was so calm. Oh, that was like a breath of fresh air. She was so calm about it. Like, you know what, everything will be fine. We're praying. Your daddy and I have always been praying for you and everything. You'll be fine, blah 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 blah, all of that. So I was like, okay, holding on to all the prayers, let's go. Call my mother-in-law, the same thing, she was praying and all those things. My husband called the pastor, and pastor just like, you know what, whatever they say, just do it, because if this is probably the way God wants it to be, don't say no to them. Be like, oh, I'm a champion, I'm going back home. You know how people could be very religious about things like, oh no, I'm a child of God, don't do cesarean operation for me, and then you go back home and it's like, God forbid, evil testimonies. Evil testimony, what am I saying? God forbid something then happens and you're regretting. So I was like, okay, this is getting real. And then that beautiful surgeon, bearer of bad news, came, and she's like, okay, because of the ovarian cyst, she was not trying to explain the procedure, basically that it's going to be like a 2-in-1 kind of operation. So obviously the first point of call is to take out the baby. The second point of call is to take out fibroid and the ovarian cyst. But she's now like, it depends on how when we go in, it depends on what we see. So we may cut you, this is vertically this way or horizontally. And I've never seen when they do cesarean horizontally, right? I was like, wait, is that the vertical horizontal? Horizontally, I was like, you're gonna cut it straight like this. Are you gonna cut my belly button? Like, I don't care. I've never seen that before. So we may likely do that, but it just depends on what we see when we cut you the first time. So I'm like, you're gonna cut me twice, not even once, twice. And then she's now like, okay, when we then go in, take out the baby, it depends on how the cyst is laying on the ovary. If the cyst is really attached to the ovary, we may need to take out your ovary. I'm like, wait, what are you saying? She's like, yeah, we may need to remove your left ovary. I was like, the devil, you're a liar. Get deep behind me, Satan. Whose ovary are you going to remove? She's like, don't worry, you'll still be able to conceive. Your right ovary will still be able to do the job. You know, even if it's just the ovary that will be there, to be one lonely right ovary, but it will still be able to do the job of, you know, fertility and all of the stuff. I was like, are you serious? So but I was like, wait, you're going to remove my left ovaries? Like, are you for real? Like, wait, are you serious? You're going to take out my ovaries? I am crying at this point. Like, I was crying. She's like, oh, you need to sign. I'm like, woman, I remember I told her, like, just wait. I told her, just move aside. Because like, you begin to be in my personal space, and you're about to enter my insides, to be in my personal insides right now. So just step away. And then she stepped away for a bit. I'm like, everything is fine, everything's going to be okay. I was crying. I'm like, wait, I was watching Love Island, taking ice cream. I got here, you said you're gonna have cesarean operation. Now you're telling me you also want to take out my left ovaries. Wow, is that so? And she's like, oh, you need to sign, because obviously I started prepping the room. You know, time is going, we want to make sure baby is okay. The other one came in, oh, the baby's heartbeat is fine, but you know, we need to take out the baby now. You know, it's better we take out the baby now, and if there's any issues, we can deal with it, and for you to go home and that we don't know what's going on because we can't see the baby. All we can do is just take these vital signs and read them, but we don't really know what's going on with the baby, blah 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 blah. And okay, you know what, I'll sign it. But as you're signing it, they are reading it out to you and they're asking you to explain what they wrote down. So it's not like as if you just signed something you don't know. So they're practically going to try you explain everything, so that means you understood everything they had told you. Immediately I signed. This guy just came inside, zoom, the, what do they call them? I can't remember the name. As, oh my god, the people who do the anesthetics. Oh, I can't remember the name. I'm going to leave the name down somewhere here. People who give you the injection to make sure that you don't feel pain, basically. So at this point, the guy comes in, and I don't know, I think did he give me anything there? And okay, no. So what he did was that he just prepped. Okay, so they gave me the I can still see the hole because it was a big needle. They gave me the drip on this. I don't know if you can see this black thingy. They gave me the drip there. So what the guy did was he came in, took out the drip thingy, and then just basically prepped me for when I go into the theater, because they're going to still pass something through my hand, basically. You know, they're still going to give me more stuff through my hand. So they wanted to prep me before I get into the theater, basically. And then another person came, said, oh, open your legs. At this point, I just opened my leg. Whether the man was there, the man was not even there. So they tried to put in the, is it catheter they call it, catheter, whatever. They just basically prepping me and all of that. And hey, it became real. It became real. And then the next thing, they are wheeling me off. So while they were still trying to tell us that, okay, we're going to have a cesarean operation, Amazon were like, oh, we didn't have baby clothes. Baby's clothes are not here. We didn't bring any clothes. They're like, don't worry, baby's clothes. We have clothes on the baby. Clothes. Hey, don't worry. Baby will come out in different outfits. You will not even know what happened. Don't worry. We don't have this. Don't worry. All they said was like, save your battery so that you can take pictures after the baby is born. Because we didn't have anything. I plan on recording the whole thing. Even if it didn't go out the way, it didn't turn out the way it was meant to turn out, but at least I would have still been able to record something. And you know, nothing. It was just a short clip my husband was recording while we were still in the waiting room, while they were observing me. That would be kind of hard. I wasn't able to do anything, nothing. I was like, oh my god, I can't record, nothing. And then they wheeled me into the theater, and trust me, it was like Grey's Anatomy. Like, it was like Grey's Anatomy with the lights, the boards, everything was just, oh my god, and everything was moving so fast. And then I told my husband he had to wait out before he comes in. They gave him his scrubs. He came, the kid all scrubbed up, you know, with the hospital cap, the outfit, he wore everything. And said, okay, you don't need to sit down there, while they gave me the spinal, so the epidural. And basically they tell you to back it. So I didn't even know what the syringe looked like. All I felt was like a poke is all I felt. And I felt a rush down my legs. And it was very warm. And that was it. My legs were so numb. Like, numb. And the guy's like, oh, can you move your legs for me? And I'm like, is it moving? It's like, oh, you're fine. You're fine. It's gone. It's not moving. You're fine. I was like, okay. This feels really weird. I cannot move my legs. Really weird. So I practically was numb all the way to like my neck, because he then brought like this spray thingy. He was spraying my body. He's like, tell me where you feel it. So while he was spraying, I was like, nope, I can't feel anything. And then he got around here, like, oh yeah, I can feel it here a bit. So I was like, okay, that's good. You were doing great. In the meantime, I turned back. My husband is crying. I was like, oh my god, babe, don't cry, I'll be fine. But I think the reason why he was crying, because he said the needle was long. He said the needle was long. And my husband doesn't like needles. So I guess when he saw the needle, he was like, shit, I didn't about to poke that into my wife's back. So I guess that's why he became so emotional. So they laid me down, and then they now had to pass. I think they were going to pass something. Maybe it was another form of drip or something. They were going to pass. But by the time he put it in, it was so painful. So the guy was like, it's not meant to be as painful as, you know, I was in pain. So it was like, probably they didn't fix that one properly. So he had to remove it, and then he then did it here. So I don't know if you can see, he did it here. So this is where they end up putting the second anesthetic. What is the name of that thing? Anesthetic? I cannot remember. God. So he then put that one there, and they told me to lie down. This was like proper Grey's Anatomy, and then they put the covering over you, so you cannot see what's going on. Like, or they just cover your from my boobs area like that was just covered, so you can't see beyond that. But I could see that they wrote my name on the board. I could see all of those things on the board, basically the details about the operation, and I saw different operating tools. I was like, dang, like, okay. So it was really emotion wise, I was strong. Sometimes I just be like, okay, and sometimes my heart would be beating. I'll be like, oh my god, God, just take the wheel. But I was awake, so that was good. And then instead to cut, I could see when they passed the, I don't know what they call it, I'm not a doctor, when they passed the knife incision thingy to the surgeon, and I could see when she kind of like, you know, when she was about to, you know, and they cut me. I didn't feel anything, but you could then feel them. I could feel the pressure of them trying to open, because basically it's a small incision. It's not as wide. It's, you know, it's just a small incision. So they have to kind of pull your skin, I guess, tug your skin so they can get to the baby. So as soon as they bust my water, I was like, ah, and they're like, the baby is not even out yet. I really feel, I was like, I don't know, I just feel so like relieved. Like I've gone through it twice. I'm taking, like, I've done like a big number 2. I felt so empty. Just felt like, that's how I felt. They're like, baby's still in there, baby's not out. I was like, that's fine. I feel good. I feel relieved. Like I've just, you know, done a big number 2, carry on. And then they removed the baby. And my baby was born on the 29th of February. Let me go and get him. Just hold on. Yes, so as I was saying, my baby was born on the 29th of February, 29th of January 2020, and he weighed 2.28. He was so tiny. He was so small, and he was so cute, and he was so hairy. Like he had hair all the way from his eyebrows all the way up. So the hair was like from his eyebrow like this to his head. It was just hair. And I was like, oh my god. So you guys should meet my baby boy Zion. He's big now. He's a big one. He is big. He's no longer 2.28. He's 3 point something now. So this is Zion. Say hi, people. I woke him up from his nap, so he's not so happy. Shh. Say hi, people. Oh, so sorry. I woke him up from his nap, so he's not happy. Say hello. Say hello. Don't cry, Zion. Shh. Sorry. So this is my boy Zion. He doesn't weigh 2.28 anymore. He's like 3 point something now. He's hungry. Somebody wants to eat. So he was born on the 29th of January 2020, and my world just changed. Like my life, our lives just changed. Like, how can you just have another human being that you love? Like, it's just somebody you've not known, someone you've just met, and you just love the person instantly. Like, it's just amazing. Like, I look at him and I'm like, how are you mine? Like, you're my baby. Like, you're my baby. I just remember like being young and just like, oh, I can't wait to have a baby. I want to have a baby. I want to have a baby. And then you have a baby. It's like, I have a baby. I think that's just it. Like, wow, I have a child. I am a mother. So at that point, my baby was born. He was born at 2:49 a.m. in the morning, and he was strong and he was healthy and he was tiny. It was so sad that I was not able to do skin to skin immediately, because I wanted to do that immediately. I've seen that some others get to do that immediately, but because I still had a surgery going on, I couldn't do that. I guess that's what they didn't put me on. They didn't put him on my chest immediately. So my husband then goes over to cut the placenta, and they practically wrapped baby and gave him to my husband. So my husband is just sitting beside me, holding the baby and looking inside my body. Practically, he makes this joke like, he's like, I know you inside and out, because he's like, oh, I saw your intestine, I saw your this, I saw your that. I was like, are you for real? You are somebody that needles, my husband hates to see needles, blood, you cannot stand. There you are looking into my body. Like, at some point they had to even tell him that, dude, look away. You're like, you know what, turn your chair, you're looking too much into what you're doing. Because he literally was like, oh, he's like, he's looking at what you're doing. Sorry, he's looking at what he's like, then he's telling me what's going on. I'm like, dude, like, seriously, are you for real? They had to practically tell him, like, dude, stay away from our operation, like, it's not yours, it's ours. So after the baby was born, the anesthetic guy then came to come and tell me. He said, you know what, the anesthetic we gave you before, that's a spinal, is about to wear off, and they are still operating you. So basically they needed a specialist surgeon to come in and do something, but the doctor was not on call, so they had to call him in, and he was still on his way to the hospital. And if they leave me awake, I would start feeling pain, which obviously I don't want to feel pain, and they don't want me to feel pain, so they had to put me under general anesthetic. At that point, the guy just pops it in through this I don't know what they call it, through the thing he put on my hand, and injects it in, and it was so painful. I was like, oh my god, that is so painful. And the next thing I knew, they were like, you know, you're going to start sleeping off. And I think I was given oxygen mask, if I remember. I think I had oxygen mask, and I just slept off, and that was it. And then I remember hearing my name. They were calling my name, Tosin, 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 and I'm just like, in and out. Honestly, this thing is like Grey's Anatomy, like, no joke. And I'm in and I'm out. To me, I was answering, but obviously I was not answering. And I finally answered, and I'm like, yeah, oh yeah, that's fine, she's awake now, blah blah blah. The guy then came back in, the anesthetic guy came back in, and he was touching my toes, my toes, and he's like, can you feel that? He's like, wiggle your legs. So I tried to wiggle my legs, like, wiggle your legs again. I wiggle my legs, and like, oh, you're fine, you're good, everything, blah blah. And then they left, and oh my god, I was dazed. I had never felt so sleepy. I was dazed. I was just sleepy. When I woke up, I don't even think I saw my baby. I don't think I saw him, because I was just so sleepy. I didn't have the strength. Okay, they put him beside me in the baby bed beside me, but I didn't have the strength even to let me carry him, let me see him. I was really tired. Like, all I wanted to do was just sleep. I was so dizzy. I was just like, sleep. I slept off, and then I finally woke up, and I could feel myself getting back to normal. Then my friends came to see the baby, and then it took me up to the normal ward, you know, the recovery ward. I was left in the a single room at first, and then it took me up to the general ward, where it's 4 people in one ward, and then we were there just trying to recover and all of that. So yes, come to the end of my story on how I gave birth to my boy Zion. He's just a breath of fresh air to this home. He's just like, you just see my husband just blossom into a beautiful father. He's always like, when I was still pregnant, we're like, oh, when the baby comes, I'll do this, I'll do that, blah 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 blah. And it's almost easier said than done with men, but honestly, he's really holding onto every word he has said. He's so helpful, changing diapers, waking up at night with me, seeing sometimes, because I express my milk and I put it in a bottle to feed. And I said to do that because I wanted my husband to kind of experience feeding the baby at a young stage, just have that bonding experience with the baby. And I see him do all those things, put baby to sleep, dance for baby, sing for baby. He's just been so great. I'm just really grateful for this. I'm just really grateful for this bundle of joy that God has given to us. He's no longer 2.28. I'm so happy about that. Everything has been going on fine. Baby is healthy, baby is doing good. Yeah, so that's the story. That is my labor. No, not my labor. That is my delivery story. How I gave birth via cesarean operation. It was an emergency one, but everything turned out to be fine. Everything was okay. I don't know if I'm leaving out anything. Obviously, I'm not going to remember everything as it happened, because while it was happening, it was like a blur, because everything happened so fast. So that is the end of my delivery story. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I guess it was not too much of information for some people. Don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment. I would love to hear for those of my mothers of the mummies who have given birth via cesarean operation. I would like to hear your story down in the comment below, how yours went. And for those people who had vaginal birth, I would also love to hear your story, and that's, you know, how it went and the process and everything. As I said, don't forget to subscribe. It's free. You don't have to pay anything. It's free. Like, if you've watched us this point and you're not even subscribed, like, bear along, fear God and subscribe. Sorry, my love. Sorry. Fear God and subscribe. It's not too much to ask. I'm not asking for too much. It's free. So just click on that subscribe button. While you're doing that, also click on the bell beside it. It's a notification button. Whenever I upload a video, YouTube will definitely alert you to tell you there is a video you need to go and watch, and you'll be among the first people to actually watch the videos. How awesome can that be? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye. Say bye, Zion. Say bye. He's sleepy now. Knocked out like he's milk drunk. Bye, guys.